Check. Can you guys hear me? All right, cool. We're good. Still on my laptop. I'm still out of town for this wedding we came to, so we're gonna be driving back today. Now we're gonna be doing a little bit of a gap down situation going on here. Mark's opening in a couple seconds. Oh, dude, it was great. Oh, why don't I get micros on here? Idiot. Okay, put the wrong thing here. Going with an 80. Looking for a gap down, about 10 points up to the top side. I'm along right here. Alright, I'm going to see if we get the liquidity map data come through on a bull side. If not, I'm just going to ride to fill the gap. We got a lot of time because we're still out. Let me try to do something. Mean reversion. Okay, cool. So only get like a 10-point scalp. So we'll check that today. Oh, ooh, also hedge pressure. Beautiful. 15 res is looking decent. Okay. Let's scalp it up to the fill. So if you see my screen here, just from here to here, as long as you have positive res, we're going to pass through the box. Let's run UVXY. Quick and dirty and see if we get it. Good. BSD, which is a bearish setup, so UVXY indicate that's a good sign for the trade. This is a mean reversion S&P, just kind of revert. I'm not going to trade for breakout. Just going to trade for scalp. QQ at hedge pressure, no irrational signals, that's looking decent. Resiliences are still positive, that's great. Let's hit it. Come on, baby, hit it hard. Decent. Come on. Didn't thoroughly enjoy the wedding? Oh, yeah, dude. The Instagram was pretty great. Indian, Pakistani. So it was a 3-day event. So many different things going on. I've never been anything like it. Wore traditional outfits and went to so many different venues. It was like party after party after party. Much resilience. Don't go negative, buddy. Hang in there. Come on. Hang in there. Hang in there. Let's get the gap fill. Come on. At least gap fill. Do like so much food, so much music, so much dancing. Watch Hedge break on Nasdaq. Come on, hang in there. You know you want to fill the gap for you. Turn down. Come on, don't break Hedge. Let's check Apple, Tesla, Nvidia. Apple is a bear short down. Tech is giving us the ickies today. Icky. Nvidia. Nvidia is decent. That's a good sign. Okay. I know it's small. It's on my laptop still. What do you want to check out today? Let's see if Russell's still holding the fort. Russell's still looking good. The idea that we still have Russell looking good is good for everything else. Hopefully we'll see. Come on, baby. Come on, Rez. Don't die. I'm gonna air to the bull side. We have the DD roll on SPY, also saying that from the middle it favors at least tapping bull zone. High of the day, 10 points. If I get 10 points, I'm good. That's it. I feel confident. Come on. Don't squeeze me out yet, baby. I'm hitting it hard because I'm confident. Eat some breakfast. That resilience is not good. Playing -8, so not terrible. We were in a drive home yesterday, but we just did not get a break. And we were just like, feeling exhausted. Like, let's just sleep on one extra day. Had a lot of work to do as well for you guys, for the platform. So I'm like, let me stream, let me do the work, and then let me drive home. Calendar's not updating on your chart. You or is that everybody? Oh, okay. You're not getting data either on your charts, the candle data? We're trying to switch the SIP data over. We might have had a little bug on that. We haven't switched it yet. Come on, resilience, get positive. Everybody here, do you have data or no data? Candle data. Let me know really quick so I can call an emergency. Yes, for data. So some of you are and some of you aren't. Log out and log. Okay, good. Thank you. Everybody that doesn't have data, log out and log back in. You'll be fine. Thank you. Log out and log back in. I tell you what happened, but just be wasting time. It's on us. Just log out and log back in. You should be good. If you don't have data, log out, log back in. Come on, half gap. I know, watching QQQ, same thing. IWM, trying to break head for nothing there. Need tech to start moving today. NVIDIA's looking great. You guys log back out, log back in. You good? You should be good. I'm not feeling it either. I should probably dump in half gap. I'm gonna still maintain the floor because there's really no evidence that hedge pressure is gonna break other than Q. So if Q starts breaking and taking, then I'm gonna dive out. You have data now? Thanks. Yeah, no problem. No problem. This res is not bad. It's not good, but we still have hedge pressure support, so I'm gonna bet on that. I know it's risky. Just want the 10 points. Let's see NVIDIA again. What happened was we actually switched our data feed last night, or over the weekend. And last night I pulled it back because they were missing a step in the sign-up process that didn't it didn't jive well with what we needed to be doing. So I said roll it back, and so they rolled it back. So if you're still logged in, you just have to log out and log in. You should be good. Come on, resilience. Resilience, I mean, the resistance there, yeah, one thing. But let's just hedge for your hold. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hang in there. Let's try and hang in there. There we go. Come on. Hang in there. Resilience being negative is going to resist half gap. So I'm betting that even though while it's going to go here, it doesn't imply hedge pressure break, because if you see on my screen, hedge pressure is below box. So hedge pressure is not in the way of this, so it's not going to imply it's going to break. NVIDIA bouncing is a good sign. So the idea that it's pushing to the bottom side, it's going to try to fight a couple more times. Each time it touches the middle, I'm going to look and see if resilience gets slightly better. If it touches it a second time or gets closer to a second time and resilience is not positive by that point, I'll be done. So while one may imply, damn it, time to get out, or I should scalp the half cap, that is the kind of like the safer way to trade. Right, to just get out whenever you're just gonna like take something out of the way. I'm gonna do what I call commit to trade. So I'm gonna commit on hedge pressure support to bull zone. David says, I've still never seen any plots of looking anything like yours. Don't understand. This is default and I don't change anything. Explain what you mean by any plots. You mean charts? I don't add anything to the charts but the liquidity map indicator. That's it. Mine's all default stuff. Maybe you could explain. Or you mean by like having charts arranged on my screen like this, like in a grid? Feel free to answer that question. I'll try to help you get it looking like that. So I'm gonna do a commit to bull zone. Let's see if we get it. David, you wanna answer my question if you don't mind? I'll try to catch it real quick. Have blank shaded squares. Can you maybe move your mouse here and click this refresh reset chart view button like that? Like move your mouse to the bottom of the chart. You're probably just zoomed in. Like go here, click that, and it'll center your chart for you. Oh, he might be looking at monthly map. Good call, good call. So if you click monthly map, David, it's probably going to see this. By the way, monthly map's still bullish and nice looking. Bullish on S&P. NVIDIA can't stop, won't stop. Omar knows it, baby. Let's go. Let's take the moolah. Let's get it. All I want is a bull zone tap. Come on, please. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. If we tap bull zone, I hit the leaderboard in the Robins. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, David, make sure you click daily mode to get it to look like this with the candles instead of the monthly maps mode. Okay, so now we're at half gap and it's looking a little bit better. So it's not terrible. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna fight a second time here. RV goes to love. QQQ is back above hedge, which is great. David, did that answer your question? Blank shaded squares. Okay. Take a picture and put in tech support in the Discord if you don't mind. There's a channel called tech support. Take a picture of your entire screen. Send it over, and the moment I see it, I'll know exactly what to do. How about that? And let me know when you post it. No idea. Blank shaded squares. Like this. To me, if all you're seeing is squares, I'll be zoomed way in. Let's get you fixed up, though. You guys are coming in here. Don't mind hitting that like button below the stream. My name's Matt. I'm CEO of Rocket Tutor. I'm a day trader competing in the Trading World Cup right now, the Robins Cup, what they call it. Hang with me for my journey. So hopefully I'm going to win this thing. When I do, I'll teach you guys along the way what I did. I just filmed a futures masterclass, teach everybody how to do everything I do futures, teach us You had to do trader funding programs, just about everything. You're on a new tablet now. You don't think you can do that? Take a screenshot with your phone, or take a picture with your phone and post that if you're on a tablet. You can take a screenshot. Get a photo of what you see as full screen as possible into that tech support channel. And you should have Discord on your phone. Yeah, no problem. I'll try to get you up and running. Come on, resilience is positive, which is great. Hopefully it's the top of the box. Let's go, baby. 6 points to fill bull zone tap. And a bull zone tap on the resilient on DD ratio being positive is one of the rules we take here. Bull shitty ratio in the mean reversion territory. Bull zone tap is preferable tap. Looking for that guy to go. Resilience being positive inside the box likes to flux to the top of the box as well. You got two rules when it push us to here. Resilience to there. DD says that's likely higher than it. And I will cut my trade at 513 and get out at 513. I won't trade any further than that. So Q's trying to fight resilience for sure second time. Let's keep our eyeballs there. As we're fighting, remember I said the second time we touch the half gap, resilience is slightly better. That's a good sign. The market's building momentum. Seeing we're at half gap a second time and resilience is now positive, which is good. Let's watch NVIDIA go through illiquidity pocket on NVIDIA. This is going to ramp quick. So if NVIDIA goes from here to here, it's going to tap 860 super quick, 10 points. If that does that, we'll get the momentum to fill a gap. Call it a day. Come on. Come on. Illiquidity pockets are my favorite to move quick. Yeah, David, if you don't mind typing here, just be like, Matt, I sent the picture, and I'll run and check it. I want to make sure you're up and running before I get out of here. We should have the SIP data in a couple days, so the SIP data upgrade live for you guys. The candle data we've been talking about. We were going to push it live for the weekend, but I pulled, like I said, I pulled the plug on it. We rolled back to our old data feed for probably about another couple days to a week. We have some more things we got to do. The data works and looks great. It's administrative stuff, like the sign up process. Come on, let's get the pop. Let's go. Make the run. Make the run. Let's go. Go, 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 go. About 800 bucks up. Not terrible. He's still on vacay, so in vacay mode. I'd like to get out of here soon. Love all of you guys, but I'd like to get out of here soon and actually hit the road and go home. Come on. Trying to make a run for it. NVIDIA's looking great. Let's look at the scanner real quick. Let's try to do half gap breakups. Let's see who's on the good side today. Which stocks are giving us momentum? Half gap breakups are a great sign, especially on flat mean reverting days, to show you who's running. Amazon is, your runners today. Amazon, hopefully. There's one. Bank of America, Microsoft. That's good to see, at least in the tech. Chase, log out, log in. Let me make an announcement. Sorry, I thought Yeah, I'll send it now as well. Yeah, David, if you're seeing just something specific, it's something on your end that you'll have to like play with. One of the things to double check before you go, David, is to open this thing right here, this little arrow with a star. Click this, and then you'll look down here. Make sure all 4 of your lights are connected and hit reconnect if one of them's not connected. Aye. And that's some good things running here. Gap fills good cues really quick. Make sure we're still looking on cues. Hedge break a second time. There's a little bit of selling pressure here. Trying to sell. Okay, this is the second attempt. This is the half gap, so we're going to see what happens here. Be very careful with QQQ breaking hedge. If it starts breaking lower, then that's a bad sign. So we're going to hope, we're going to pray to the trading deities out there that some of the stocks hang in there. Chase, log out, log in. I'll just refresh. Log all the way out, log in. That should get you, bud. You gotta refresh your token. And go up here and literally log out. Let me know. It's not updating in real time. So your candle data, you're seeing your candle data is not updating in real time. Thanks, John. It's interesting. Mine is, well, it freezes. Okay, thank you guys for letting me know. But it, okay, so it's freezing, huh? Okay, we'll look into that. Yeah, we were gonna release the new data feed, and then I pulled the plug. I told them to not to revert back because they actually skipped a step, a very important step that would have caused you guys not to get your data. And so I didn't approve, and I said no, just leave it the way it was on Friday. And they go, okay, so they rolled it back, making the new changes. So we're updating our data feeds, by the way. That's why you get there's a little bit of a hiccup there. That's our bad. Okay, I put in a ticket to get them to look at that. Thanks for the reports, you guys. Hang in there for a minute. So it's just loading a couple of like it loads a little bit, then it stops. Is that what's happening? Yeah, no problem, John. Andreas, you guys. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll address that. Make sure you guys, if y'all are in chat or whatever, just let people know we're looking at it. Whatever it's worth, something's going on. And mine isn't freezing. I don't know how I won the lottery on this one, but that's why I didn't notice it because mine's updating. But either case, we're updating to a new candle data, so that should be done like I know I said like a week or a couple days. It should be ready to go. Yeah, come on, Q's, don't die. Hang in there. So we have some fun stuff coming out of the marketplace. We have a new white label client, a third one, and this one's also a big dog. So our marketplace is going to have some really good really good tools in it. Our first A-list client creates a ton of cool tools. I say A-list, like you guys will all know this person. Our second one, big, also big. The new one, huge, massive. So it works with the marketplace idea. It's taken off. So we're excited. Get some more headway on that. Come on, we hit the $1,000 mark. I'll take it. Currently up like 25 something percent. If we fill the gap here, if this goes here, I'm on the leaderboards and Robins, guys. That's it. So I'm hitting it hard. Let's kill it in a day. Let's draw. Here, leaderboards. Keep your fingers crossed. It's flirting with it. Big mistake. Huge. Okay. Good movie. Good movie. What's that? Like I said, from here, just 5 points, another 1,000, be 2,000 on the board. I'll have 40 something percent on the account. Confidence, hitting it hard because of confidence. I normally wouldn't be trading this hard. But again, it's a mean reversion. It's stable. QQQ is flirting with hedge break. We're watching this to make sure it stays. This is okay. Like okay if it's here. Not okay if it's here. Right? NVIDIA move in, which is great. I like to see NVIDIA move. The resilience is positive, which is good. This is from here to here. Res. Hopefully. We're good. From the middle, we touch upper band on DD roll. Fingers crossed. Again, fingers crossed. The inversions are always tricky and they're always choppy and they're never just like a straight shot. It's very rare. The idea that both the resiliences are positive is decent. Except like it's aiming there. Each time it goes closer, and one thing I also look at, the trick, is each time you're at the half gap, those resilience get more and more positive. So we're here, it's a 12. We fell to it here, it was a 12 as well. Sorry, let's look at the taps. We tapped it here, it was like a -6. We tapped it here, it was a -11. We tapped it here as a 3. We tapped it here as a 4. I'm talking from below. So each time we get to it, it's great. It's a larger number, which means more and more stocks are breaking through half gap. I'm looking at this number, it says 61 right here. These are a number of stocks that are breaking up. So looking at stocks that are fluxing through their boxes, which means that the index is likely to follow. So as long as this number is going up 62, this is S&P and NASDAQ count, then you're going to get the momentum. So if like that number quickly moves to like 65, 70, 80, like in the next 10 minutes or so, we'll pick up some steam because stocks are going to rush to fill their gap. So the question is, the gap down on the overnight, we're going to fill the gaps before any kind of selling. 63, 65, see that's a good sign. So every time you see that number where my mouse is tick up, you have more stocks in the S&P and NASDAQ flexing through their boxes. QQQ scares me. QQQ is scaring me as well. It's trying to be bad. Not be a bad boy today. The one thing that's neat to also see is you have index divergence, right, between the two of them. Nope, no index divergence. But the IWM is also probably doing its own thing. It's got a really strong bullish liquidity map, or that it did. So IWM being was a bear short up. Now it's a bull long up. I'm sorry, it's a bull short up to bull long up. So these are both very bullish setups. The bull ups, right? So trying to break hedge pressure and going would be a decent sign. So let's actually watch Russell today. See if it's going to pick up some momentum. You guys are right. Looks like my candles froze too. Okay, I'll put in a ticket for this. Yeah. So we just rolled back to like the previous release, so with the old data feed. Man, get some steam. 66, that's good, that's good. Come on. Stop flirting with me. You hate me. What you're looking for is signs that there are people still trying to buy the dip, but we'll see. With all the signs being good, this is now 65 instead of 60. These little dips that are coming down people are time. There's a 9 o'clock candle. Oh, you know what I didn't do today? I'm a total newbie. I'm so not even paying attention. There's no Fed member speaking this morning. I thought there was my brain was telling me something I missed. I didn't check the news for all week. ISM non-manufacturing PMI tomorrow. Global service PMI tomorrow. Non-farm on Wednesday, big, and JOLTS Wednesday. Wednesday's gonna be huge. Huge day. Powell talking Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday is gonna be some volatility there. Let's check monthly maps. I'll check that. Come on. Do the monthly maps. Like SPY. Don't kill me. Do good today, SPY. Hey, SPY monthly maps looking beautiful. Bull side strengthening, bear side weakening, and no volatility even through Powell talking. That's lovely. Market is looking for good news about rate cuts. QQQ, same way, less volatile as time goes by. IWM, let's see if IWM is still that same boat. IWM with that volatility, which is what you want to see in IWM. IWM is going to start speeding up. So the acceleration in the small cap, even better for the grander market. I can't complain. Volatility is not just a downside thing. Volatility is a market move in general thing. Markets can be volatile in both directions. Volatility means the size of the V. If the V starts squeezing out the shorts, which is likely it's going to happen, that IWM monthly map looks short squeezy to me. That's a great sign. Market shifting its momentum to the arena of small caps. 67 still holding strong in the resilience numbers on half gap breakups. Is the number of stocks that have moved through their half gap from a bottom open. So stocks that gap down that have now broken their gap to fill their gaps. 67 stocks are in that boat. Let's go ahead and show you what the half gap break down situation is. Let's see if it's the same. I don't know if you can see it on mine. It's 54. So the reason why we're not moving up very rapidly because there's 53 stocks have moved to the downside. They've gapped up and moved down. 67 have gapped down and moved up. So yeah, it's kind of a battle. Some stocks are trying to sell while some stocks are trying to hold, and the ones that are trying to hold, there's more. So you want to see like the difference between the two. So I'm just looking for either one of them is fine. If you're that broke down to move up, or if you're ones that broke down to move up, so you want that number to go smaller if you're looking at the breakdown condition or the breakup condition. How many breaking up? Make sure that number's getting bigger. Here you can watch both. Two different scanners. This is kind of blah. NASDAQ. So IWM trying to break through a little bit of selling pressure. Come on, NASDAQ, hang in there. Come on. Don't make me cry. A little bit of a dip there. We lost some stocks. I don't know which one they were. If it was in the NASDAQ, it's got to be some of the big ones. Probably Microsoft. I think it was right on the edge there. Yeah, nope, Microsoft's still there. Amazon. It was Apple. Oh, thanks, Pokey. All right. Yeah, it's definitely Nvidia. Nvidia's looking good. Oh, it's Apple. Apple's looking meh. Apple's still just been kind of on the blah side. So Apple's already outside of its box. That's crazy to see Apple like full bear mode today. Well, that would explain the lack of momentum. If Apple gets a bounce. So today's not gonna be a lot of momentum to the upside. I fear a bull trap. I feel like we get a quick candle up to here. It might trap some people, and then the market's gonna chop for the rest of the day. Apple's got a big fine. Oh, can you guys fill me in? What's going on? Tesla's looking garbo. Yeah, Tesla and Apple have the same look to it. What happened? Big fine. Ooh, what'd they do wrong this time? Purposely killing your battery so that you have to go buy a new phone? Something like that. I'm so behind. Normally I'm reading the news all the time. This weekend I was kind of a blur. I hate this market today. Come on. Give me that momentum. Sounds accurate. A random green line across your screen, like my phone now randomly has a green line across the screen now. I'm like, did I drop it? It's just a green like the pixels in one vertical line are just green out the bottom. Something shorted or broke or whatever. Those are music streaming apps. Ooh. The music industry. Can you explain how Apple, one of the biggest holdings by in this 500 highs, it seems to be a disconnect with Apple? Well, it just means there's enough. Since SPY, the quickest and easiest explanation is that SPY and QQQ are independently traded. So they could care in a greater sense. One with enough money trading could push them completely away from all the stuff they track. So an example is the index itself, right? The NDX and the SPX. They're just a math number. It's an equation that tracks. Sorry, it's not a tracks. It's an equation that is an aggregate of some, amount of the stocks inside of the basket. The function that creates the number. So the SPX value is equal to this market cap weighted sum of each of the stocks in it. It's a math to it. It's just a number, and the number is exact. The index is exact because you can't trade the index itself. The index products, these little derivative products like ETFs and stuff, are tethered to the index that they are pegged to. So if the index tracks or equals, and I say even tracks, the index equals the sum of the stocks, then the ETF tracks the index. It's like if you could say like the stocks are moving with a chain around their waist, and the index is literally chained to it exactly. The index and QQQ and SPY are tied to each other with a rubber band. So it's like you can pull it, the rubber band can stretch, but it'll snap back. And so think about it like this, because QQQ and SPY have their own independent demand and supply, people can trade them far enough away from the index so that rubber band is stretching. So an example is if your fund owns a bunch of stuff and you just start selling SPY, like nuking SPY, you can tank SPY before the stocks even move. So you independently can push it around even though it wants to stay put. So the reason why, even though Apple's selling off and Tesla's selling off, why is the SPY not selling off? The easiest reason is that there's people just buying SPY by itself. But the more mechanical reason is the combination of likely that, plus the idea that the rest of the stock market, there's enough market cap pushing it up, even though Apple and Tesla are like heavy hitters and weighted very heavily in the index equation. There's just enough market cap in the rest of the 498 companies, pushing up, that the tracking portion is starting to push its SPY up. So it's a mixture of the two. But it's a great question. Now, it's even further emphasized by the fact that somebody said there's news with Apple. So news with Apple is not a stock market wide affecting thing. Apple's selling off on its own thing. So here's your mentality as a fund manager. This is the real answer, Omar. I'm just trying you guys to think. You're a fund manager. Apple has some bad news, and the rest of the stock market's bullish. You want to get out of Apple. Tell me what you would do, Omar, with the rest. Say you guys had like $30 million in Apple stock. You wake up, your bosses dump it all in the middle of a bull market. What are you going to do with that money? You're going to sell Apple to cash and just sit on the cash? Or because the market's so bullish, you're going to sell your Apple and throw it into something else? Right? It's likely the answer to your question. When a stock by itself is selling off in bad news because of its own reason, people aren't going to, the entire stock market's not going to fall because of that. Everyone right now is seeking dips to buy, right? This DD ratio is telling you that. Monthly maps telling you that. Exactly right. So they're going to sell Apple and put it into something else. So it's likely why you're seeing the resilient nature of the index products, because they're rolling out of Apple and rolling into other things that have dipped. So many stocks have gapped down right now, probably rolling their money into something else. And so the hint that resilience is becoming more and more positive on the S&P and not so positive on NASDAQ even hints further that they're rolling out of Apple and rolling into non-tech things, as the same momentum that's experienced in the S&P is not present in the NASDAQ. It's telling you there's another sector that's a little more appetizing to tell you what they're rolling into. Let's look for it. These are tricks that you guys can learn how to do as you saw your questions. So there's got to be something that's really strong today. Industrials, materials, comms are down. There you go. There's your answer right there, right? Oops. Meta, Google, Netflix, that's being sold off. Apple, let's see where we are here. Apple down as well. Tech is right on the edge. Interestingly enough, it's not tech that's dying. If people are rolling out of Apple, they certainly are pumping into NVIDIA and Microsoft. So it's enough to balance it out. But also, you can see that there's some strength in materials and industrials and financials today. And that's why we saw like the XLF is the big. There's your answer right here. Financials are going to be big. We saw Bank of America on the list on half gap breakups. This is the XLF, the ETF, the financials, the spiders. So what it's saying is people are rolling out of Apple, out of Tesla, rolling into Microsoft and a couple other stocks that are looking decent. Microsoft's moving, Amazon's moving. So it's not just like one stock that looks bad, especially something big like Apple, is an opportunity for the rest of them. For every fraction of market cap, Apple goes down, Amazon's going up. You see how Amazon is counterbalancing Apple? Almost exactly the same, but upside down. Amazon is that jump straight up. Apple that jump straight down. So you can see that there's not, people aren't dumping the market and going to cash just yet. They're rolling out of one thing and rolling to the other. XLF is probably a bullish liquidity map today too, or not bearish at least. So mean reversion. So it's mean reversion from the middle with a positive DD. It's kind of fluxing, similar to what the SPY is doing. The SPY is sort of following the XLF pattern. So there's your likely case today. The selling in Apple is an opportunity to roll into something else. They're still trying to stay long in the market. DD ratio staying kind of put where it is means that momentum is there to stay long. Resilience becoming less and less negative means stocks that have gapped down are getting bought up. As this number is not as good as it was earlier, it's not 50s. You can see at least the first part of the day is that Apple sell is being thrown into other things. Now the next question is, will the dip in Apple get bought up to stabilize the market with some momentum this way? And Apple doesn't have any kind of, let me kind of make this bigger. Oops. X out. This Apple is making me sad today. Let's see if Apple has a gap to fill. I need to find evidence that there's a going to support an Apple somewhere. And Apple's been selling for the last since December. 179.66. There's no gap or anything. Oh wait, hold on. 174.59. Oh, red? No way. Lame. There's no gap fill or anything. Yeah, I can't isolate or I can't identify any support in Apple right now either. So So you can see how every time there's like a little red candle, Omar, it pops up. There's a red candle, pops up, red candle pops up. Sell a little bit, Apple, buy something else. Sell a little bit, Apple, buy something else. Sell a little bit, Apple, buy something else. That's the behavior we're seeing. So like you can even see in the trading that people are rolling cash into something else. Right? Even though it's not picking up momentum, you can see that there's still an attempt. These little red candles they're quickly followed by green candles, which means the real action today is just that Apple sell is rolling into something else. Now that's back up at 60, so it's looking decent. Resilience is still positive, which shows a net positive flux through the half gap. So it means that so people are selling Apple and buying stocks that have gapped down. That's exactly today's strategy across Wall Street. And you guys can easily see that with all this evidence. So as long as res is positive, it's showing that there's enough stocks still being pushed to fill their gap, which is a decent sign. Each one of these red candles being met with the green. So what's happening right now is the market's building up a small little bear trap at the moment. I'm very confident the market's likely to squeeze to fill the gap before it does any kind of selling. So again, QQQ being the one, there's enough weight in the Nasdaq that the Apples and Teslas by themselves are starting to give that nasty look to the market. But there's still that positive push to roll out of those things into other sectors that aren't tech and telecom. Like financials, materials, industrials are really strong today, right? So again, you're seeing people still desperate to find a dip to buy. Hopefully so. Fingers crossed. I did commit to trade. I'm either going to lose the money or make the money. I'm not trying to take profit. I'm not trying to do anything. And unfortunately, in about 10 minutes, I do have to go. I'm going to hold up until the bull zone is tapped. That's my trade. I'm looking for it. Just know this today, guys. I'm going to commit to trade. I'm either going to lose like $1,000 or I'm going to gain 2. If we go here, I will be on the leaderboard to the Robbins Cup, to stay glued to that. Wish me luck. Fifth place is 37%. I've been in the competition for like 2 weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks, give or take. Oh, I didn't. There's 1 week I didn't trade. Guest server, but or the holiday week I didn't trade much of that week. But fingers crossed. We'll see. It's a fun contest. I'm excited to see if something comes of it. I got a busy schedule today. Got to pack. Got to get out of here. Check out some 2 hours, less than 2 hours. Had a pretty long drive to get home. Resilience looking good. That ticker list still in the 60s. Qs, give us some love. Fingers crossed. Leaderboards-ish. That means I think the 40% mark has been leaderboard material for a lot of the duration of the contest so far. I think last year or the year prior, like the winners were like in the hundreds of percent over the course of the year. Very doable, I think, as long as I trade well. And the magnitudes aren't like super high to be in first place. You guys remember the 2020 challenge I did over the course of like 9 months that I was streaming on YouTube before we moved to Zoom? That entire challenge was like $6,700. I think we started at the peak on YouTube was 95,000. I don't even know what the math is on that. The peak, like the highest the account ever reached was like 90,000, 95,000, somewhere in there. So that's over 1,000% for sure. 1,500%, something like that. So over the course of a year, it's doable to get your account gain and moderate risk. I mean, I was not going out there YOLOing. I mean, you could YOLO yourself to 20, 50,000%, I'm sure, but it was smart trading. Managed risk, monitor positions, position management the whole way up, scaling position size with account size throughout the course of the year. Never going all in. They weren't like big gambles that took it that high. It was like ratioed gains, fixed percent gains in the account. The way I scale my position size is just to get that fixed percent gain, fixed percent loss kind of thing. And so, just to show that over the course of the year, I'm able to manage thousands of percent, meaning that it is possible. Now, again, I have to be lucky. The market has to move in my favor. I have to have good trading days. I have to not mess up mechanically or mess up emotionally. And it's very doable for me to hit that first place slot. I've done it before, in theory, multiple times. Hit a leaderboard level score on the course of the history of this YouTube channel. So it's kind of like poker players. You're watching a poker player who's won one time. So if the cards get flipped in my favor this time, or won a tournament, a magnitude tournament. So it's possible, but let's see, they're also competing against other tournament winners. So in the poker world, it's like, okay, whoever gets the luck, everyone's good. So whoever gets the lucky flop, that's the winner. So we'll see. We'll see if the cards go in my favor this year. Kind of fun. Adds a little bit extra layer of stress to the trading mechanic, knowing that the entire world is watching. All your critics are hanging out in your stream, trying to watch you fail, talking smack. Makes it more fun. At the end of the day, we appreciate you guys tuning in and checking out Rocket Scooter, the platform that we've made. It's fantastic. Support from this community. The community gets bigger every day. I mean, it's great. Life is good. And you guys are awesome. We're glad to give you really solid trading tools. Building the things that we build couldn't have happened without support from you guys. So we love y'all. Super, super, super huge amount of love. Come on, market. Let me double check on the ticket I put in for handle data. Oh, We're moving again. All right, resilience is back up to 17, looking tidy. QQQQ, switching tickers. Looks like I think it looks like when I switch tickers, it does start the candles moving again. Thanks for streaming me. Well, yeah, of course, of course. But the better part is not just streaming while I'm away, but streaming while while my body's still digesting like countless gallons of liquor. We had so the wedding party had the penthouse suite at like a 5-star hotel. I'm talking like, what did I just do? Baller level spenders here. This is like an all doctor wedding. Okay, so like everyone there, the party, the bride and groom, it's like all doctors. So it's like spenders, people with money, and this was like penthouse suite at 5-star hotel. This was immaculate. This was a 2-story glass surrounded suite at the top floor of this hotel. You can look out every window and see the city in all directions. Grand piano in the middle. There was 100+ people in the after party. It went on till like 5 in the morning. Cops kept coming up to shut it down. And it's not like these are like well-to-do people. It was just loud and music was loud and everyone was having a great time. there was a there was a person that was there was another suite up there on the other side. They kept getting angry. Again, it's why I mean it's each their own. Like why reserve the penthouse suite for a nice quiet evening away from home or whatever? You have to understand that sometimes you're gonna get P Diddy in the suite next to you or something. Like this was gonna happen. The spender is sometimes gonna have that rock and roll lifestyle, or sometimes be a wedding. And that was like the suite for the bride and groom. So, this market, stop being stupid. Go. So this woman, bless her heart, was just like getting fed up, and I know the feeling. I take both sides. Like both sides is yes, you paid for a quiet experience. Yes, they're throwing a massive rager next door at 4 in the morning. Yes, they're keeping you up. But on the other side of the coin, come on, these people got married, and you're a footnote in their wedding now of that grumpy person that just complained the whole time. I would be like, you know what I would do if I had the money to get a fucking suite like that, like in my older age. I would go get another one somewhere else where there's no party. You know what I mean? I would like call and say, look, I'm a big spender here. Can you move me to a quieter room? But this person was sending the cops up and everything, trying to end the party. At that note, I was like, that's excessive. I understand if you were like a family and kids there and stuff, and whatever. The groom was even like, we'll pay for your, let us party. We'll pay for your room too. We'll try, and it was just like, the person wasn't going to have it. The person was being stubborn. Nope, I'm staying here, and 100 people are going to be quiet. Stop coming in. Stop coming out. Stop slamming the doors. Stop being loud in the hallways. We're just like, just wedding celebration. And it was all like, it wasn't like, we're not talking like a party. We're talking like this is the end of an Indian Pakistani wedding. So we're like listening to music, everyone's dancing in the suite. It's good music, good fun. Lighthearted, happy folks. It wasn't like people around the hallway like like kicking the walls or something. But anyways, it was a awesome time. So they were basically funneling the after party, funneling liquor into me. So getting up and streaming and trading and being coherent under those circumstances is different. And I got to suit up. So you'll go to my Instagram, you see a cool picture. Me all fancied up in a suit. This market not being happy for me today. This is a big annoyance. It's keeping me here longer than I want to be. Let's see what how we doing here. Again, back up to about $1,000 gain. Come on. I see that move here. We're gonna go to 5 tilts. I'm going to watch on Thinkorswim site. I'm not trusting my candles here today. Let's put SPY up here. Thinkorswim chart. Resilience is still 14, still decent. Ticker list is still moving up. That's good. So 513 is what I'm looking for on the S&P. SPY. I know I'm being a little butthead. I'm being a wuss. I do gotta go. It's not 9:30, is it? Wait a minute. It is. Did we just go back in time? I'm gonna have like a moment here. My brain, I was just like, I gotta go in 10 minutes. Why did my brain think it was 10 o'clock all of a sudden? So, which one of you just threw a black hole underneath my feet and kicked me back in time? Who just put me in a time machine? For some reason, I remember maybe I was looking at a picture of a clock somewhere. Maybe something because I'm on my laptop and the other monitor. Maybe something was covering up the screen and had a fixed clock there. My brain was telling me it was almost 10 a.m. I was like, oh, I gotta get out of here. Back. Now I'm actually like looking at the clock itself. It's like it's only 9:30. I don't have to go just yet. So we've got 4 more points in the S&P, about 51.46, give or take. Really gap. So I must have had I have a bunch of screenshots open on the left side here. So one of the screenshots must have been covering up the taskbar, and the screenshot probably had a clock on it in the exact place the taskbar is. So it was a static picture of a clock. Great. And so I was like, I gotta get out of here in a little bit. Don't have to get out of here just yet, but I have to get out of here soon. So to check out in an hour and some change. There you go. There's $1,000 mark. Let's go. Let's get close, baby. Let's get it. Let's open this up here. Okay. SPY. Let's put it here front and center. Looking for 514 SPY. I say 514, I mean 513. 513 SPY, let's go, baby. Wish me luck, everybody. Nasdaq's finally starting to go positive. Could be some more rolling on this, so what I'm going to do is on the next tick up, and I'm being such a wuss. I'm like, my brain is telling me the following. We just broke through a yellow line at ES. Let's go ahead and, you know what we do? I'm going to flatten this because I'm thinking about my packing right now. I have to go in 30 minutes. I don't want to commit to the trade for another hour plus. I know I've just been a wuss and I closed out a little early, but I'll take the $1,000, whatever. I'm looking about 46 is the level I'm looking for. Because I just don't, and the minute I close out, it moves. But the thing is that I know that yellow line is a commitment to fight around as well. So the reason I closed out is because, again, this is like advanced trading technique. Teach you guys something. Whenever you become a master of trading or master of your craft, one of the things you're going to have is the ability to perceive time. Apart from me thinking the clock being frozen, but perceiving time is the feel of how long something's going to take to happen. This is an advanced thing. They just develop over it. It's the feel of the market. I know that to get the move I want, it could possibly take hours because they're mean reversion, because we're not getting a lot of momentum, because this ticker is staying at like 66. It's kind of not really moving much. The majority of stocks are staying here, and we're rolling out of one sector into another. This is a slow process. It's not a fast-moving mean reversion. So the fact that I know that's a slow process, my brain tells me this could happen in about 1 minute. This can happen in about an hour or two as it continues to fight. Nasdaq is just now breaking to be positive on DD. I mean, resilience. It's like it's starting to clean up a little bit. So the perception of time is this is going to take me a couple hours, and then I go, oh, I don't have a couple of hours. I guess they're packing about 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of pop out of this one. Nasdaq's still fighting a hedge pressure. I'm like, okay. So even though it could go, I'm just looking for 3 or 4 more points. I'm being greedy, and it's going to take me all day. If I had all day, I'd do it. Now, commit to trade means I'd set a stop and watch the profit as well. I just don't want to. I don't want to do that when I close my computer. I'm very paranoid that I don't trust stop losses when your computer's closed. Even though they work, I still am paranoid that some mechanical failure in the platform or the broker will prevent the stop from going off. So I don't normally set a stop and close my computer down. I set a stop if I gotta walk away, but I'm always gonna run back to it. So the perception of time just being that, like, as you get better at trading, you're gonna start understanding that how long a move's gonna take from all your indicators. Like a lot of times you're like, oh, this is gonna be a quick move, quick momentum. These are people that are rolling out of one thing, rolling into another, and looking for opportunities. It's gonna be a slow moving ship today. So like I said, I'd buy every dip to hedge pressure and scalp it every moment I have, but I'm about to be on the road in about an hour and a half. So with that, I bid you guys adieu. Make sure to like on the stream, feel free to subscribe. We're still doing our $35 extended trial for the growing Rockseer community. Those of you trying to check out our platform, hop on in, give it a whirl. We'll see y'all later. I think I'm up maybe 35% now in Robin's Cup. Maybe not leaderboard yet, but another 5%, which means tomorrow I should be there. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see if I'll win this contest. I love y'all and have a good day.